final. You'd still expect a tight game, but here we go as both the teams start to kick off on a P1 and a double nade out of Faze.
We're saving the name spots for later in the day, and it's all the kills going over towards the side of Atlanta Faze. You're all you're not too perplexed by this yet. The rotation going to start coming through over towards P2. That's what both these two teams are going to be fighting over, but Faze happy to lock in these spawns as early as they can.
Just waiting for it, trying to make sure they get it already. A few kills going down, a great bounce back from Ultra. This is all about positioning. This is all about getting to this P2 and getting those spawns. Not too worried about bleeding time, especially with only the scrap time left. And Hixie's going to make a big play there, actually moving through, and it looks like Ultra's going to get this.
Huge kills coming through. Slasher going to try and stay alive over towards the barbershop side. Hunting, Toronto Ultra, and they will find them, but they will sacrifice two. Easy and Kodo finding a couple of kills in the middle of the map. The spawns should be out for Toronto Ultra with that push that comes through from Celium, but Hixie is a player that we really talk about in terms of the numbers. Haven't quite been there, especially in hardpoint. He's going to need to have a good game here against Faze and find these important kills. Right now, it's inside left on his own.
Has to hold. He knows players looking for him as well. Both of these two teams actually just playing good positioning. Slasher is having a great time so far. 7-2!
Big win.
And eventually they get a bit more control onto it, but it has been a bit of a dead game for time so far. Neither really able to lock it down as much as they want to, but Slasher on a 9-3 as they finally get control of this point. One last push from Ultra, scrap firing back as well.
Slasher doing a really good job there. It was the push coming in from the dark side. Could not find any way past. If you are Slasher, he locks that down. Atlanta Faze will lock down the final 20 seconds here as well. And it's all about Slasher and what he did there. A 1.31 against Surge yesterday. He's going just a little bit better after 2 hills up against Toronto Ultra. Have this rotation over towards P3, but they get blown out the water in every single gunfight. Insight's the only one who can answer, but here comes a Beezy. That's 3 in a row from him, and Toronto Ultra folding very, very easily so far.
Here comes the push now. They've got a couple of players. Simple already taking out Kleenex. Scrap. Rookie of the year, but they're going to need every bit of firepower that he can bring to it, because Abizi is still in this point, still staying alive, still trying to play his life at every point as well. Hixie against him, the bullets fly, but no kills. Ultra break back into this point that they so desperately need.
Yeah, they absolutely need that now. They've got Faze kind of where they want them. They know where the push is coming from. We've got Insight holding down the mid-map, and the rest of the boys just about rebuffed them. Kleenex and Scrap combining well. And it's going to be the first decent chunk of time we're going to see from Ultra. 30 seconds to go here over towards P3. And look at this transition over towards Barbershop. Hixie there on his own. Doesn't make them any of kills, but when he does find them, they're impactful. There's another one. Can he find him? That staying alive over towards Cantina would be brilliant, but Sim looking for him. Hixie can't win the fight. Big win from Sim.
Yeah, just a little bit too weak off that last chow. Didn't manage to get it, but it's still very much anyone's game. Look at the pinch coming in towards Barbers. You've got Ultra with players there, but so are Faze. Now all down to Hixie, 3 and 10 so far, but these kills could be huge. Reinforcement so far away from him as he tries to play his life. Slasher will fall, Abizi will not, and Faze will take control.
Small little moments here and there when it does come down to spawns over towards the barbershop side. Hixie doesn't win the gunfight against Simp, and that would have really turned the tide of things, but Atlanta Faze controlled the middle of the map very well, and are still doing so. Slasher getting all the cuts that he needs to. 11 and 8 from him. Scrap looking for the hunt there as the SMGs find a way through.
Now they're in as well. Hixie finds the first and the second. Managing to break back into this one with the 30 seconds left to go. Celium's going to be there, holding this down so no more players can get through, but Ultra, they have the bodies, they have the numbers, and they will have this scrap time. Rotation to Faze now. Abizi's going to be here first for Ultra. This is a more difficult break.
Yeah, Slasher playing the scrap time will not expect to. Toronto Ultra very much trying to lock this down, but this will give Faze a little bit more time, a little bit more information of where the side of Toronto Ultra are going to be pushing from here. Spawn's going to come in for Scrap over towards the middle of the map. Toronto Ultra are maybe a little bit closer than Atlanta Faze realize. Hixie finds a way through with the rest of Ultra here.
Unfortunately, they are outnumbered, but they've got a Scrap. Still not able to get that kill locked down as they fire through the doorway. Slasher trying to hold them off as well. Scrap continues to be a problem for Faze. Abizi gets gunned off the heavy, and he dives into the point, but they weren't able to get it realistically. Ultra grab control away from Faze here, who have had to take a step back.
And it was just really good pressure coming in from Toronto Ultra, keeping them inside of 10, and Hixie is starting to get things rolling here. 9 and 13 may not tell the story of the important kills that Charlie Hicks finds across the map. You still have somebody in here if you're Atlanta Faze. Celium up top, well, he's already dead. Hixie finds another at Scrap to finish it off. Really good play from Ultra. It was a slow start, but their transitions have been so good. Those final few moments on the old hill, they're finding important kills. Once again, though, this time it's Atlanta Faze in control of the rotation. Can Ultra find a break again?
This is going to be more difficult. Atlanta Faze are dug in, and they are dug in deep. They are even pushing onto that last scrap time for the last hill, trying to find them as well. They have all the angles here. You can see the distribution of Atlanta. They are waiting for the pressure. There's the first one. Sim finds it. Ultra will have to try and get some sort of good trading here to make this chaotic. At the moment, they find nothing. It is a rebuff back-to-back alley.
The only thing that they got that was good, though, was the kill from Scrap over towards Ali. Finds a second as well. Kleenex now follows. And because the kill comes over towards Ali's side, Atlanta Faze now spawning hedges. You've got Toronto in the alley, and it's the push into Cantina that works out for Toronto once again. Simp is here to try and slow things down, but these breaks from Toronto have been so well coordinated.
They have managed to just completely destroy everything Faze has got set up. Now it's on Faze's foot. They will have to get back into this through the guns of Ultra. Something that's not been going well for them. Scrap already finds two. It is a complete wipe for them. That's all the scrap time, the rotation as well. Ultra are going to be here.
In 15 seconds, we're heading over towards P7. It is the best P7 team in the game, and Toronto Ultra averaging 41 points every single time we go over towards this car park. Look at the numbers coming in from Scrap and the boys. It's a solid lead for Ultra, and we're heading to their favorite hill.
There's a lot of contention going on here at the moment. Ultra feeling the squeeze as they try to hold on to the lead. Let's find out how they are feeling in the comm zone. With Toronto Ultra, listen in.
You're that guy. Okay. Lock back on you. Lockers on me, boys. There's two lockers. Two lockers. One time, two lockers. Track and test from middle, become boys. 2 time.
Yo, listen. RB1 bullet. RB1 bullet.
There's no cross lockers yet. Lockers now
All
one
ladders,
time.
all ladder, I think.
Yeah, they're all there.
It's massive. One locker through me. Absolute lock as well. You can charm off the RB.
So one lockers. Wait. Look for one. I mean, Sonny's already lockers. Sim's in here, Jerry. Yeah, Sim. He's in there.
He's in there. Lock. No, no, right side.
You my door. Just one. You get the door.
Yeah, again.
I have all of it.
Yeah, one's going gate now. Lockers, Ivor gate.
Lockers weak.
There's 3 down, Jimmy.
Ivor trophy, you're good.
Yeah.
They're all ladder, I think. They could come back out, by the way.
Yo, P4. He's dead.
There's locker. Fuck off.
Nice shot.
Shit him, Charlie.
One more lockers on me. One more.
No, bitch out of it.
One on where he is. P4 again. Right.
He's going back to house. Go
Yeah,
back to
flip
R.
just milk time. I spawn house.
Yeah, once go back to R. He's literally R.
I don't see him out.
Maybe?
They're back out of
Top
jump.
house. He's top house.
Yo, that's me.
Where's like ladder, man?
Top house then.
Got Eddie.
I see him mid-cut.
Top RB. I pursue on the RB. Nice, good trade. Baby gate.
Just 2 got Eddie.
Two got.
One's hot dog. Hot dog right now. One shot, one's back got Eddie.
RB, alright?
Yeah, we don't have to soak. We don't have to soak. Play slow, play kill.
Dead.
Might run him at tunnel.
Maybe yellow van.
Snake me.
Dead.
On my side. Right,
Yo,
corner.
hedge.
Hedge in.
L.
Right, 2 out then. 2 out.
Yeah, both
Oh,
out.
maybe tunnel.
Yeah, no, both hell.
And Ultra are feeling it. They are putting Faze on the back foot everywhere they go. For some reason, Scrap seems to be taking this personal 22 and 16. And for Faze, not only do they need this scrap time on P1, but they need to get into P2.
Oh, PC's just smoked Hixie, though. And I was about to talk about Hixie finding so many important kills. Yeah, P1, a lot of the times went over towards Atlanta Faze, but it is all about the spawns to P2, which were gained by Hixie again. The SMGs, the Toronto Ultra, really have been causing problems at Atlanta Faze and not being able to keep up with the slaying of Scrap, sitting at 24 and 17. Cantina belongs to them. Atlanta Faze, not in a good spot to try and break this. There's one spawn out for Ultra that might be the only route through, but unfortunately you're going to get pinched. It's automatic for Scrap. It's a good time for Toronto Ultra, who can win it at Cantina here.
And Faze have to go. This is it.
They're
This
all
is
dead.
lethal range. That is a wipe. It will be a back alley spawn, and they will have to move mad to get into this point now. The pressure is on them. It's not a rotation. It's do or die on this map.
The kills over towards the alley side may well just be enough as a BZ slasher will slow down the hype party quite coming through for Toronto Ultra just yet. P2 was looking good for the win, but still, they are 26 points away from taking a lead up against Atlanta Faze. And look at this rotation that's coming in here as well. Toronto Ultra seemingly having to fight over the scrap time. Bullets winging their way in towards Cantina. They'll find the kills, they'll find the scrap. They're going to be within about 10 by the time we head over towards P3.
Faze takes his first foray into that next point. It doesn't work out for them as well. Atlanta Faze are holding this at the moment. Scrap will invest. That should go through the window. He's looking for the players to find, and he will get slashed up. There's the first. The rest of Ultra are spread. This will be a hit from every single angle.
Big kill coming in from Kleenex. And now here comes the push inside and Co. Can they find a way through? They're breaking. Throughout this, Mikado has been quite simply perfection. And Kleenex and Co. will find a way. Big slasher though will slow them down. Atlanta Faze just about holding on.
Hixie will find his important kill again. Can he get a BZ? No! The nade will get him this time around. Ultra, one last swing at it maybe. They can still win it here if they break now. But you've got to be aware of the rotation. Slash has already seen a player. He's going to try and help them out. He gets one. Tell him we'll get a second. and they're still holding. FaZe are still holding them away from this. The rotation will now be in. It's on the back of Celium.
Toronto Ultra rolled the dice and thought they could find a break to keep that pressure on over towards the Atlanta Faze side. And that, because of that, Atlanta Faze have found themselves a spawn over towards the barbershop side. Celium put the shots in, but here come the rest of Ultra. Hixie, 2-3 in the back alley, and that might just be it. 14 seconds to go for Ultra, and everybody from FaZe is dead. Ultra in control, FaZe miles away. This might be game.
Get your headline ready. Charlie Hicks puts the dagger to Atlanta Faze on this map. They are not close. They are not ready. And the first map will go to Toronto Ultra. You don't need a million kills. You just need the right ones.
Big map number 1 coming in from Ultra. We were having a small discussion before it. We said we feel they need this map if they want a chance in the series. And it's a big, big victory. Got a little bit scary towards the end, but Ultra always within touching distance. After what was a really, really well-worked first rotation, so many good breaks coming through, and it felt scary after the first hill or so, because Sasha was starting to heat up. He was finding those kills that we expected him to find after his series against Seattle yesterday. It was so impressive. But Scrap started to turn up. Hixie going around that even KD is all you want from him, because how many times are we watching him on the minimap finding important kill after important kill? I think we try to preach it so much because he gets so much hate in terms of his numbers, but you watch what he does on the map, important to what Toronto Ultra are always trying to do. It's a big map number 1 from them, and a nice 90-point win as well. They'd be feeling confident in the rest of the series. They needed that map though.
They certainly did. You've got to give a little bit of credit to FaZe as well. The comeback was on for them. If they did get 3-piece by Charlie Hicks, they might have had a chance from Barbers to bring it back somewhere within the realms of possibility. But what a game. Toronto Ultra showing that they are a force to be reckoned with. 24 non-traded kills.